Hello there, this is Mr. Gary Pooh, and I'm going to do a video because I haven't done one in a long time. I don't know why I haven't, I've just been busy. So I think I'll do a video today for fun. And today we're going to do a video on two portable pocket transistor AM radios. And I'll show you a little bit about these radios. First of all, if you look at these, you can see that one says AITC, and then we have another one that says ITC. And so you're probably thinking, oh, well, what's the difference? I don't know. They both are made by the same company, but what does the A stand for? Well, it stands for American International Transistor Corporation, and this one doesn't have the A on there. Now, I'm assuming that this one is much older than this one, and they are both identical to each other in a lot of ways, and I will show you that. And I'm just going to look at the price on there, and I have no idea. Looks like it says Fry's on there. I wonder if this was bought at Fry's Electronics back in the old days. Did they exist back in the 60s? That's a good question. I don't know. Well, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this little radio. When I was a little kid, my Aunt June bought me one of these little radios. And this was probably around 1968, I'm guessing. And the one that I had, I plugged the earphone into the earphone jack, and I remember listening to the music through the earphone, but as soon as I unplugged the earphone from the earphone jack, it didn't work on the outside speaker. And I was real disappointed when I was a kid, and I didn't understand what was going on. So I think what happened was the little earphone connection inside had probably come loose, or maybe it wasn't reconnecting after the little metal spring-loaded little connector in there probably didn't reconnect to the outside speaker after I had plugged in the little earphone. So I don't know what happened. But this was back in the 60s. But I found these on eBay, and I just had to do it. I go, well, these are cool. So this is the first one I bought, and I'll show you what this one looks like. And these are all original, new old stock, I would consider these. And these are in really nice shape. This has a little black vinyl case in the front. And if you see that it says solid state 8. And it's in really nice shape. And the silver leaf that's around the outer edges of the plastic casing is in really good shape. There's no like wear and tear or scratches, so I don't think this radio had hardly any use, if any use at all. But very nice shape. It's got the original, well, this one doesn't, or did it? Oh yeah, it does. Let me see. We have the earphone, and let's see, what do we have in here? I think it's down in here. As we have the original instruction booklet. I don't think this comes with the World of Sound. Oh, maybe it does. I don't remember. I thought it had a schematic with it, but I don't think these have schematics on them. And I don't see that this opens up. Let's see here. Come on, open up. Okay, I gotta get this open. And there's the instruction booklet. And I do not see anywhere that shows a schematic on here, because some of these little radios come with a little schematic, but it's pretty much what you got with the package. And I think the other one had a warranty card. I'm not sure. Well, take a look at the next one. Let's put that back in there like that, and then put the earphone back in here. You go back in there. Okay, so this one is a white one, and it is a solid state 8 transistor. And like I was saying, it was pretty nice. In fact, I will even take this thing out, if I can get it out. We're going to try to remove this carefully from the, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can. I'm trying to do this with two hands. Come here, mister. There we go. Come on out. There, all right. There we go. All right. That took me a few seconds there. All right, so there it is in the naked. So this is what it looks like. And it does have the silver leaf all around it. And then this is the back. And I put a 9-volt battery in it, and it works really good. These actually have really good reception. So turn this on. And both of these actually work pretty good.
For answering yours. He has is you're doing this because to avoid falling in the dreaded. Card over 5. Much better.
About how we interact.
So they both.
The right-hand side throws it over the head of Tom Gilson.
So they both work really good, and these are all original.
Kobe Bryant can take 40 shots.
And I'll probably pick up static coming from my phone. So that's how those look. So that's the white one. Now we'll move over to the next one. Take that, put it over there. Now the next one, whoops, let's move this over to this little guy. Oh, here we go. So we'll open up this one. Now this one here is identical to the white one, but this is a brown colored one and has a clear case. But this one says AITC, which stands for American Transistor Corporation or International Transistor Corporation. Now the only difference between this radio and this one is this is a solid state 10. This is a 10 transistor, and this one over here is only an 8 transistor. And you're probably wondering, well, what's the difference? Or is there really much of a difference between the two? Not a great deal, but I would say that the 10 transistor is a little bit stronger on the AM side. It seems like it's got a little bit better reception. Not by a huge margin, but I really did notice that this one does have a little bit better sensitivity, and I will show you the reason why that is. So we're going to pull the backs off on these. And I got both of these on eBay. And this one, let's see if we can get this one off. Hopefully this one will come off a little easier than the other one. I don't know if this is going to do it. Okay, I may have to do the same thing I did just a minute ago. I'm going to remove this. Come on. There we go. Okay. So now we removed the plastic case. And they're both identical cases, but one is black vinyl and one is clear. Pretty trippy, huh? Okay, so now we have this radio, and they look identical to each other. Both actually like sister and brother. And if you look at the two, you've got the brushed aluminum with the wood grain finish, veneer finish on there, which has that, and then this is just all wood. But yeah, they look identical to each other, and really cool little radios. But what I wanted to show you about these radios, or at least the difference between the two, this one I think comes off a little easier, maybe. Let's see if we can get these. Okay, then we're going to take the backs off. So we'll look at in the interior components. Now in here you will see that the very interesting looking transistors in these. These are very old style transistors, and this weird looking green one, and we have several different shaped transistors and capacitors. There's one right there, transistor. I think this one up here, I'm not sure, I think that's a transistor, the purple one, and maybe these two blue ones might be. Or those, yeah, those are transistors too. They're big round transistors. And then of course these are filter capacitors, I think, down in there. And I noticed that the resistors on here, I don't really have my light, but if you can see the resistors, how they look. And I could tell that this one seems like it's a little newer than the other one. So let's look at the other one, and I will show you the difference between the two. I don't know if I can get this off with one hand. This one might be a little more difficult. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we do. I've got it. Not a problem. Okay, so now we can look at these. So they look very similar to each other, almost identical. As far as the circuit layout is almost identical to each other. But I did notice, comparison to the white one, that we have an extra. Now if you look at these are your first and second stage tuning coils in here, which are these little canisters that it's in the IF stage, and then I think this is your detector, or one of these, and maybe it's the yellow one's the detector. I can't remember what color is what, but anyway, there's 3 of those, right? Over here on this one, we have 4, so we have 1 extra one, and I don't know. Yeah, we got red, yellow, and we have a white one. This one we have red, yellow, and black. Red, yellow, and black. So I think one of these is the detector, and the other one's the first and second IF stage on here. And then this one has a white one. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a schematic, so I don't know what that is. Maybe you guys could tell me. You guys probably know more than I do. I'm kind of learning this stuff a little bit, but anyway, I just wanted to show you how both of these radios are built, and they're very similar to each other. Also, I noticed on the older one, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, maybe you can't see that very well. It's really hard to tell. But right up in here, if you can see that, if it focuses. Well, I'm not going to focus, is it? Yeah, there it is. See that little resistor right underneath the antenna, right in there? If you look at that resistor, it's really interesting looking. I call that a dog bone resistor because you can see the 2 ends of it are very, very, let's see if I can get a little closer and focus in. Probably should be under brighter light, but if you can see that little dog bone, kind of really weird looking resistor. It's something different. That tells me that this radio is probably much older. There's another one right there. Look at that little gray one, if you can see that one right over here. If I point my finger right there at that one right there. See that one? It looks like a little dog bone. Those are really weird looking resistor of some sort. And yeah, this one has some really old looking resistors in it. And of course these things here, those little blue cap things, those are the transistors. And you got all kinds of weird, like different size transistors. A gray one over there. You got these blue ones, and I think there's some silver ones. That one might be, yeah, that's a transistor. Those 2, there's a yellow one and a gray one. And I don't know what that red thing is. That might be a capacitor. I can't really tell. Yeah, these are really weird, bizarre looking devices. Now this one doesn't have those dog bone resistors, or at least I didn't remember seeing any in here. And if you look at those, you can see we have some really weird looking components in there. Also, we have some interesting looking transistors. I don't know if these are the earlier silicon. Some of them could be germanium. I really don't know. But they are quite interesting little transistors. This one looks really weird, that big green one. And then we got another one kind of stacked, and there's a red one down there. And then we got, yeah, just a bunch of really bizarre little purple coated one there. I don't know what they put the plastic coating around them, but yeah, they look really interesting. And they got the little painted dots on them. But anyway, both of these radios are very, very, very unique, I must say. And they both work. Now this one, I'll turn this one on. I can get this to turn on. And you will tell that we can tell that this is
starting to make. And of course, Venezuela.
let's see.
A loss, but also using it.
And they're really loud, and both of them play really well. And both of them work really good. I would say almost comparable to each other, but I think the brown one is a little bit more sensitive. Not by a huge margin, but I'm going to say that this radio does perform a little bit better than the white one, but we'll take a comparison again. But they both work really well, so I can't really... I'm going to pick up some static here.
Or visit me. I did platelet.
But they both work really well, so it's
on
really...
your face and mainstream enlightenment was still needless, Bob.
They're almost identical to
Find
each
them in
other.
East Portland, Westport.
They're all, they're pretty comparable to each other. I can't say too much, but I would say this one probably a little bit. I have been able to pull in weaker stations on this one a little bit better than the white one late at night. You can really hard to tell in the daytime, but I would say both of these radios, though, perform very, very well. So, yeah, I just wanted to share these with you. I thought these would be kind of fun to do a video on. So these little International Transistor Corporation pocket radios. And both of them work really well, and they both are very, very similar to each other. Actually, almost, pretty much identical. Oh, look, I could put the white one on this one. And then put the brown one on this one. That's kind of cool looking. I should do that. Kind of give them some character to them. Anyway, so yeah, these are kind of neat little radios. I'm pretty happy I got them. I've got quite a few portable radios that I collect, and I really do enjoy collecting these. And they are becoming collector's items nowadays because they just look really cool, and they're like a lot of fun to have around. And I found these on eBay, and I'm surprised I found two of these, because it's hard to find new old stock ones that are been barely used, if used at all. But both these are in pristine condition, and they both work really well, so I've been very lucky to find these. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll probably be doing some more videos and some more vintage stuff I have. I have some more vintage radios, and I have an old vintage record player, and one of those new cheap plastic turntables that get bad reviews. I have one of those. I'll have to do a review on it for fun. Kind of like the Crosley Cruisers that people bag on really bad. So I have something very similar. And it's kind of a cute little record player, but I'll have to do a video on that, and I'll have to show you my vintage record player. And I'll do a video on that. Maybe I'll do one today. I don't know. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this, and good luck and have fun in the future, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye-bye.